Alright, here is this week's episode of Meal Prep. I tell you what I got going on here. This is my turkey taco meat, which I've told you guys before, I make that every week. But this time I'm going to use Primal Palette. I think it tastes better than the Flavor Gods. It's the same thing, it has all high quality ingredients. There is no sugar, I don't know if you can focus on that, but there's no sugar or anything artificial in there. So I've got my taco meat going. In here I've got my eggs boiling. So I usually put the eggs in with the cold water, and once it sets to a boil, I turn it off and set the timer for 10 minutes. And I leave it in there for 10 minutes, and then I give it a nice ice bath. Over here, I am working on, I'm going to make a sausage, potato, and kale soup, and I am using 4 cups of Imagine bone broth. This is Whole30 approved. I'm not specifically doing a Whole30 program, but I do appreciate their recommendations for different foods so that they don't have bad chemicals or sugar in there. So I'm going to be, I'm actually thawing out my my sausage here, this D'Artagnan sausage, andouille sausage. It's got no antibiotics ever, all vegetarian fed, no added hormones, no nitrates or nitrates added. So I think this one is pretty healthy to eat. So I'm gonna do a fast version of this. I'm gonna cook it first, and I'm gonna put it in here, and I'm gonna add some little small potatoes and kale. And then I've got my chicken over here that I'm still working on. I'm gonna make a chicken thigh dish, and then I'm gonna put my chicken breasts in the George Foreman grill. Okay, so we've been trying to master this taco seasoning without buying the type in the envelope. So today I did about 3 tablespoons of the, again, of the Primal Palette. Let me see if I can turn that around. I did about 3 tablespoons of that and a half cup of water. So we're going to see, it's already, when I made it before, it was very light and hardly seasoned at all, so it's already looking good. My eggs are just about to be done, and I've got sweet potatoes baking in the oven. I'm planning to use this taco meat to top the sweet potatoes with a little bit of diced onions, and also I will be using this taco meat in scrambled egg lettuce wraps for breakfast. Okay, so here I have some mini red potatoes that I scrubbed and washed and quartered, and so I'm going to go ahead and add those to my soup. And I'm going to chop up some onion and some kale and add that to it as well. Okay, so while everything else is cooking, I was heating my Foreman grill up. I seasoned my chicken breasts on both sides with Flavor Gods garlic clovers and a little salt and pepper. I'm not really, I've been doing this for a little while, and so I'm not really following like the most perfect schedule for cooking all of these things. I'm kind of a little all over the place in the kitchen today, but that's the reality of how it goes. So because I have one more dish I need to make, and that's the chicken thighs, and that's a new recipe. So I just want to get this stuff going. So I've got my eggs are cooling in an ice bath. My taco meat is cooling. My soup is almost started. I've got potatoes and the broth in there. So now I'm going to get these chicken breasts going, and I am going to get the chicken marsala going. Okay, so I put in here, I've got paprika, salt and pepper. It's a smoked paprika, not the regular kind. Salt and pepper, some crushed red peppers. Now I'm going to do a can of diced tomatoes. I did some with seasoning in it. I'm not very good at following recipe directions exactly. I kind of ad-lib it a little bit, so I don't see a problem with getting some tomatoes that have seasonings in it. I did some fresh thyme leaves, 2 teaspoons fresh thyme leaves, And now I'm going to put some chopped onions in here. My sausage I cooked separately, and I'm going to add that at the end because my son's coming over to eat this, and he's vegetarian. So I'm going to let this simmer for a little while, and then I'm going to add the kale in last. And then after I serve the vegetarians, I will add my sausage to it. It smells really good already. My chicken, I've got my second batch in there cooking, and here's these ones that are done already, and we can have those over salad or any way we want. Just chicken breasts and turkey taco meat are the standards every week. And then you can see here I went ahead and I cooked my sausage. I just heated that up. It actually comes pre-cooked, so I just heated it up. And then last, I'm going to make my chicken thigh dish that I haven't made before. And I've been at this for exactly 1 hour. So if I can do it, you can do it. 1 to 2 hours. Usually it takes me about an hour and a half. So let me get started on the chicken thighs. Okay, so this is about a pound of chicken thighs. And I'm cooking it in my medium red copper pot. I'm just going to brown these. I'm diverting slightly from the recipe. It calls for bone-in thighs. These are boneless, skinless, and I'm going to brown them. I got just a teaspoon of olive oil. I'm going to brown them, and then I will put together the sauce and everything, and I'll put this whole pan to go into the oven for 25 to 30 minutes. Okay, so we have, it's been an hour and a half now total. My soup is going. Right before we eat, I'm going to put the kale in, and I'll add the sausage for me. My kitchen is a mess, but everything is cooked. I've got my sausage that I'll add into that soup at the end, and I've got my eggs. My chicken breasts are done. My taco meat is done, and my sweet potatoes are done, and in the oven I have this chicken Marbella cooking, and so it needs to cook for 25 to 30 minutes. So what I'm going to be doing is, while that's finishing cooking, I'm going to clean up. So I should be done in 2 hours or less, and so there you go. I mean, I've got I've got at least 4 meals here plus lunches. Wasn't too bad, and so that's how I do my meal planning. Hope this was helpful for you, and I'll be posting the recipes on my website. Thanks. Okay, I know I said it was done, but I got one last thing to make, and I will be exactly on 2 hours meal prep, which is not a lot considering all my dinners for the week are done. But I wanted to show you, this is my beautiful chicken thighs with pitted dates and Kalamata olives and shallot and red wine vinegar and broth. It smells amazing. And so while that was cooking, I had to cook in the oven for like 25 minutes. While that was cooking, notice my kitchen is all clean now. So I was able to clean up, and that came out just in time, and I did the final touches, which is my kale. Which, here's my soup. I'm just going to wait a few minutes for my kale to cook in. And like I said, I've got my sausage separate. And I wanted to show you too, if you don't use these, you should. It saves so much time in cleanup. There's 4 liners in a bag, but oh my goodness, you could just lift this bag up and clean up. So I got all cleaned up. The last thing I'm doing here is I've got this garlic, and I'm going to add some chicken broth, a half cup of chicken bone broth, and a whole bunch of kale. It said 16 cups. I don't know, that's a heck of a lot. So I'm just going to put a bunch of handfuls in here. I'm going to fill this whole pan because it does shrink down a lot. And I have all of those chicken thighs to serve it with. So that's all that's left. I'm going to saute this and add some salt and pepper and serve these delicious chicken thighs over it. And then my meal prep is done for the week. I even had time to peel my eggs, put them in a bag. Again, I got 6 chicken breasts, I have 3 sweet potatoes, and my taco meat, and this that I make right here plus the soup. So I am really good to go. Now I didn't make everything that I'm going to eat this week, but that is a huge start. If I wanted to, if I was had to work outside of my house I could put my little snacks together. I could put together, like, separate my eggs with some carrot sticks and like little mini hummus things or mini guacamole. That holy guacamole is pretty good, single serving. So anyway, just wanted to say that if I can do it, you can do it. And it hasn't even been a full 2 hours. I mean, by the time it's all said and done, 2 hours. 2 hours, one day a week. Imagine you probably during the week, if you don't meal prep, you might spend that much making dinner, or it might feel like it takes that long to make dinner every night. It might feel like 14 hours during the week. So if I can do it, you can do it too. And trust me, I don't make anything that complicated or with a lot of ingredients or a lot of expensive ingredients. I just stick to meat and veggies and make it work. So again, thanks for joining, and I hope this was helpful for your meal prep.